Wait, I'm not ready yet. Happy day 1 of the magical HOPATHON! It is currently 8:30 in the morning. I feel like I'm a little bit wonky. I think that's a little bit better. But yes, it's 8:30 in the morning on Monday. I have the whole week off work. I'm just going to take these off so they're not out of frame. And in true booktube style, I have already changed my TBR. If you saw the vlog I just posted, then you'll know that I recently finished Caraval and I wanted to go into Legendary, and I said I might be able to put it into my Magical HOPATHON TBR, and I have managed to do that. So instead of Yoke by Mary H.K. Choi, which would have completed the prompt for the 1920s to read a book with a strong family dynamic, and then also doubling up with a book that was a YA or murder grade for the 80s when the Disney Channel launched, I am switching out to Legendary because it's a YA and it has a strong family dynamic because it's all about two sisters. So I'm so excited. So instead of Yoke, I'll be reading this book this week, and it's a chunky book. I think it's about 500 pages. Oh no, it's about 400 again. So it's about the same sort of size as Caraval. I'm really excited to get into this one. I'm really hoping it's better than I remember it being because I really didn't enjoy this one, which is why I never completed the series. But I just have a feeling that I might enjoy it a bit more this time round, seeing as I'm going straight into it after Caraval. But I'm not going straight into it, or I might not be, because I thought, why not start the readathon out of my control? I put a poll up on the Magical HOPATHON Instagram page on which book I should start with emojis. So for this book, I gave them the playing card emoji, the little girl with the blonde hair emoji, and the kind of like magical sparkle emoji. I'll put a screenshot on the screen right now for you guys. And then the other book I was picking between, because I thought, what better way to start the readathon than to celebrate the 100th anniversary, because it is today. Disney, the Walt Disney Company turned 100 today, 100 years ago, because that was when it was founded by Walt and Roy Disney. So why not complete the prompt of the 2020s to celebrate the Disney's company turning 100, and for that I needed to read Has Anyone Seen My Sex Life by Kristen Bailey to read a TBR vet. And for this one I gave the aubergine emoji, the heartbreak emoji, and the like double eye emoji because Has Anyone Seen My Sex Life? This was winning to start off with, but Legendary has taken the lead. I'm going to give it until like 9 AM because I do want to start reading. So I'm going to give it like another 20 minutes and see where we get up to and see which book I'm going to start first. I'm so excited. Whichever one wins, I don't mind because I'm hoping to read 8 books this week anyway. So we'll kind of see which one wins first, but I do feel like I kind of am leaning towards this one. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at on this Monday morning. I'm so excited to get started. I do live reading sprints today at 1 PM, so literally all I'm going to do today is just read and try and kick this readathon off good and proper, and by reading a lot, hopefully completing 1 book. That would be great, more if I can. And then like further down the week I will like go out for walks and go to the library and maybe pop into Waterstones and just have like a little fun time. But before my camera dies, I'm going to talk you through one more thing. Let's go to my desk. We are now at my desk because having read Caraval, wanting to read Legendary, I am struggling to find a copy of Finale that's in this kind of first edition hardback collection because I was stupid not to pick it up when it first came out, so now it's really hard to come by. However, I have found it for £14 on eBay. I don't really trust eBay because, like, what if it's not real? It says it's a new copy, but I don't know whether it's going to be this one because it doesn't say it's a hardback. So I'm like, do I trust this seller for it to be a hardback? I don't know. I definitely want to buy it though. Why would it be £14 if it isn't hardback? Maybe I'll contact the seller and see, hey, is it hardback? Am I willing to spend 30 quid on Finale when I haven't even read Legendary yet? But the fact it's so hard to come by, I don't know. Because I found a used, very good condition on Amazon for £30 from Infinite Books. And I don't trust anyone else. I think I need the red cover. I don't think I want the purple cover. I believe, from a vague memory in my mind, I need the purple. I need the red cover, not the purple cover. 30 quid's a lot of money for 1 book. Or do I just sell my other 2 hardbacks and get the paperbacks? No, because I love the hardbacks. I don't know what to do. Oh, I don't know what to do. I want Finale in the hardback so bad, but it's so expensive. So expensive. So it's like all the same sort of price. Someone's selling it for 75. Ugh. 30 seems good to compare to 75. Anyway, I should probably stop reading. I'm procrastinating at this point. Okay, the finale saga continues. I found one on Awesome Books for $16.50 used, so I'm risking it on like the condition. But I also managed to get a £3 discount, so, and it's free delivery, so it's only £13.20, and I feel like I'm happy to take some damage if it's going to be that cheap compared to like the 60 quid I've been seeing. So I'm gonna risk it. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. Fuck it, it's payday. Well, it's not payday, but it was payday on Friday. So I'm gonna risk it. I'm just putting in my details now, but it's just come up to 9 o'clock. I was gonna check my Instagram poll to see what book I'm gonna start this morning. And currently Legendary is winning because I voted on it on my other account. So it's currently 58% to 42%. So it's very close. It's like 7 votes to 5 votes. I'm going to give it until I've ordered this book, and then whatever is winning, which I'm assuming it's going to be Legendary, I will start, but I most likely will start both books today anyway. So yeah, my camera battery is dying, so I will commence some B-roll while the camera is charging, and I'll keep you posted. I'm coming in to interrupt this vlog because I've got a really exciting parcel that I want to show you guys. The guys over at Brew, the Gourmet Tea Club, which is a tea subscription service, like, oh my god, perfect, reached out to me and wanted to see if I wanted to review one of their subscription boxes, and of course I said yes. There is such a range of tea on their website you can choose from. You can either pick between 3 sachets a month or 3 sachets bi-monthly, or 5 sachets a month and 5 sachets bi-monthly, and they have such a range of flavours. So I got the set of 3. I did ask for a tea strainer because I don't have one. These are all loose leaf teas, but they have such a cool range of flavours. I'm being stepping outside my typical like comfort zone to try some of these for you guys. And I thought it'd be fun to try some across the week of the Magic HOPATHON with you. Okay, you guys can look first. Ooh, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love the gold gloss. So let's have a look inside. And you get like a little pamphlet about the editor's pick, which is a very berry tea. You get the taste profiles and a little bit about it, where it's from, and kind of how to take it. That's really interesting. And then if that sounds interesting to you, then you can go pick it for your next box. But these are the ones I picked. Oh, I'm so excited. So I picked 2 kind of out there teas, and then 1 just classic because I love myself just a normal cup of green tea. The first one I got was the classic green tea. I don't actually know how to pronounce that. I think that's the Gogu tea, green tea. And it tells you kind of how to make it. So 1 teaspoon at a certain degree and how long to leave it in for to brew to get maximum taste. And oh, I'm so excited. And this must be the editor's pick, I'm assuming, because it has no label on it. So this could be very berry. Might have to give you a taste test and find out that one. And then these are the 2 really exciting ones I wanted to try just for the fun of it. This one is called Terry's Rui Boys, which is what they profiled as chocolate and orange, and I love me some chocolate orange. So I've kind of counted this as like a Terry chocolate orange kind of like knockoff. So I'm really excited to try this one. I might have to try this one now. It fell off. This is the brewing time and how much to take. And then there's information on the back of it as well. So what the flavor profiles are and all that sort of stuff. Really good. Like, I love the graphic design of it. I love kind of like the quality of the paper. I love how it's packaged. I love how they each come with like a little peg to attach it to. And this is the last one I got, cheeky digestive. Everyone's going on about the Yorkshire tea, kind of like tea biscuit flavour, and I thought I had to give this one a go. So I got this one, which I'm really excited to try. So those are the 3 that I've got. These can either be monthly sent to you or bi-monthly. But at the minute, because they have just emailed me saying that at the minute they have their biggest ever sale, so you can get your first box for £4. Which is crazy. And with using my affiliate link and discount code down below, you can get 15% off your order. I will then also get 15% of your commission, so it would really support my channel. And this is the first time that anything's happened like this to me, so I'm really excited. And the fact that it's a tea subscription service, I'm so excited to give these a go. Keep watching the Magical HOPATHON vlogs for me to try different teas throughout the week, because that is my plan and I'm very excited for it. So thank you so much to Brew, the Gourmet Tea Club, for sending me one of your subscription boxes. I think this is such a fun way to try different teas without kind of like forking out the price of like buying a box that have like 70 tea bags in and then you're not liking it and you're just kind of like wasting it. And especially because at the minute they've got their biggest ever sale for £4 off your first box. That is a credible discount and price to just try it out if you're not too sure on whether you're going to enjoy it or not. And yeah, I would really appreciate the support. If you used my link and discount code down below, then I would very much appreciate it. And I hope you discover some brand new teas for yourself. I'm going to go put the kettle on and try one of these teas, and I'll keep you posted. Whilst my camera is charging, I thought I would just vlog on my phone just to make it easier for me. And I've just sat down to do my first personal sprint. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to attempt to use the Forest app and set 45-minute timers. So I read uninterrupted 45 minutes and then take a little bit of a break. So I just did my first one and I read 50 pages of Legendary by Stephanie Garber. So I'm exactly 50 pages into it, chapter 6. Enjoying it so far. It was definitely beneficial jumping straight from Caravel into Legendary, just because the story starts as soon as Caravel finishes. So there's no kind of like jump. It literally finishes Caravel and then Legendary starts. So I'm very glad I jumped straight into it because there's no break in the story at all between the two books. It's just like the next day Legendary starts. So yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna make a cup of tea now because I'm really cold. I'm contemplating putting on Mark's hoodie, even though I want to stay in my Disney merch because it's like day one and it's like the official Disney 100th birthday today. I want to stay in my Disney merch, but I am so cold. It's like 3 degrees outside today. So I'm going to make a cup of tea with my brew tea that I got gifted. I think you're going to see that clip in this vlog. So yeah, I got gifted that. I'm going to make probably the cheeky digestive tea just to give that one a go. And I will continue reading, do my next personal sprint before I probably make lunch and set up my sprints for this afternoon because I go live at 1 p.m. Now back on my camera, now it's finished charging, just in time to start my first set of sprints. They are starting at 1 p.m. It is now 12:55. I'm actually planning on going live for a long time because Mark is out this evening for a work dinner, so I have the complete evening to just do what I want, and I need the company, so I feel like I'm going to be on sprints for a long while. Plus I would like to try and finish obviously a book in a day, and I'm 100 pages into Legendary. I'm roughly reading about 50 pages per 45-minute sprint, so I need to read for a good while to get this done, and I actually still need to technically read 50 pages of Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton because I've split that up. If you see my TBR video, I split that up to do 50 pages per day. So technically my plan for the rest of the day now is to sit, host some sprints, read, be cozy, finish 400 pages of this and 50 pages of a non-fiction book. I'm in my Disney merch still, but I have got Mark's hoodie as a blanket because I am cold and we're not putting the heating on yet because it's too early. So let's go sprinting. It is cold, so I've put Mark's hoodie on. He let me, it's fine, I've rented it out again. But I thought I'd come with an update because I'm now just under 200 pages into Legendary, just shy of the halfway mark, onto the third sprint for the reading sprints today. I can't believe the amount of people that have joined and chatted with me for a Monday afternoon. I thought everyone was going to be at work, I thought I was going to be an absolute loner. But it seems to be going really well and everyone's being so lovely, which makes my heart so happy. Like everyone's saying like they've missed them and missed my sprints, and my heart. But on the note of Legendary, I am still enjoying it, but it's definitely like very wordy. And I was saying to the sprints that I feel like the tasks that Tella has to do compared to what Scarlett had to do in Caravel aren't as like demanding or magical, and it just doesn't really draw me in as much. So I'm definitely feeling the same sort of vibes as I was the first time round I was reading it, but I'm more intrigued because I have the freshness of Caravel in my mind, so naturally the world just feels more familiar to me. Whereas when I read Legendary for the first time last time, it had been months since I read Caravel, so I felt really lost and not really invested in the world or the characters because I've been so absent from the world before coming into this, if that makes sense. Whereas this time they're all fresh in my mind, and I know that I like the characters, I know the world, and it just feels a bit more familiar, so I'm enjoying it more from that aspect. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling the same sort of vibes, as in like, I'm not loving it. It's good, I'm enjoying it, but like, compared to Caravel, it is definitely weaker. Do I regret buying Finale? No, but we'll see how the rest of Legendary goes. I'm still determined to finish it today, which I do think is possible, but I am going to take a break from it. I'm going to read my 50 pages of Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton because I split it up between 7 days, so I do need to read 50 pages of that today, so I'm going to do that now in this current sprint that we just started, and hopefully I can get that done. I'm going to make a cup of tea to revitalise myself because I'm feeling a little bit like sleepy. So that's the update. I'll keep you posted, and hopefully I'll come in soon with another update saying I finished one book at least, fingers crossed. Getting some fresh air before I sit down to read again. Just like gonna stand outside. It's so cold. We're on the home stretch. I have 100-ish pages left to read. Dinner's in the oven, second to last sprint. Let's do this. I have just finished sprinting. I was sprinting for about 7 hours, which is intense. Mark has called me saying he is on his way home, so I need to get my book finished. I am about 30 pages away from the end. It's definitely doable, so I'm gonna just sit down now, finish the rest, and yeah, then the first day of the readathon would have gone very, very successfully. "416 pages, front cover to back cover, smashed it." I started reading this about 10 AM this morning. It is now 20 past 8, but I did it. I cannot believe it. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it. Maybe like, was it as good as Caravel? I think so. There were a little bit of slow moments, but there was in Caravel as well, so I think a 4-star, but I'm going to put it through core pile. Probably not today because I can't bother to do anything else today, and I still technically need to read a little bit more. I need to read about 20-ish pages of Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton before going to bed to stay on track. But even if I don't do that, like 416 pages of this, start to finish, complete, bish bash bosh, done it. Completed it, mate. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So yeah, I'm very happy that I managed to complete an entire book in a day. So technically, stars you mean to go on. I think I'm going to go for a nice kind of chilled book tomorrow, maybe like Yours Truly or Icebreaker, something with an audiobook as well to help me kind of read along so I can do other things rather than just sit, put all day and read. I definitely feel like that's the vibe tomorrow. But I'll keep you posted. I'm combining today and tomorrow together in a vlog, so you'll see anyway. But yeah, one book done for the readathon. I'm actually going to do my bingo board and stuff before I like sign off for the night, so I will come back with that when I do that. Happy day 2 of the magical HOPATHON. It is currently at 20 past 7 in the morning. I got up, did my usual kind of like morning routine, chilled out for a bit, watched a bit of YouTube, and then what I've decided to do is edit the day after all the clips from the day before. So I've just spent a long time editing all of yesterday's clips, but I'm now up to speed. If we have a look at my bingo board, obviously I've completed Legendary yesterday, which completed 2 prompts, the 20s and the 80s. So I'm halfway roughly to completing the first column down. I might take myself on a walk today, which will be kind of like my form of self-care, which means I will complete that column today, which would be amazing if I can complete a column today. And then I was thinking to get myself ahead a little bit more is to do another book that will be a double prompt. So I'm thinking of reading Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This will complete the prompt of the 1950s to read a book by a debut author, because that's when Disneyland in California opened for the first time, and then it also combines the 90s, which is when Disneyland Paris opened for the first time, which is to read a book set in a different country. So that one will complete another 2 prompts, which means I'm well on my way to completing the second row down as well. And I spoke to Mark this morning before he left for work that we are going to be watching The Nightmare Before Christmas at the weekend for the Disney film, which I'm very, very excited for, because I've never seen it and I feel like I need to watch it. If you've watched my Monday sprints, you'll know that that was kind of like the movie that I was like toying up between, and Mark said he's happy to watch it. So that's the film I'm going to be watching. So I won't be able to tick off that row until the weekend, but I'll have done everything in my power to tick it off as much as possible during the week. So that's what I'm going to do. Plus, this is an audiobook on Scribd, so I can be a bit more dynamic today. All I did yesterday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. was sit on a sofa and read a physical book, which was great. I loved it. I love sprinting. I loved chatting with all you guys. I love just sitting down and chilling out and reading all day. However, I don't want to feel as kind of like stationary today. I want to be able to go for a walk. I want to be able to do a bit of my reading journal. I want to be able to like do things whilst like reading a book. So I think an audiobook, which is this one, would be beneficial. So I'm going to be multimedia-ing this. I'm going to be listening along and reading this one. It is another 400-page book. It's 430 pages. How long is the audiobook? The audiobook is 13 hours. I will most likely listen to it on 2 to 2.5 times speed. So at 2.5 times speed, it's 5 hours and 21 minutes. That's definitely doable today if I just spend the entire day reading, which is my plan. But listening to the audiobook will definitely help me out to be a little bit more free with my hands and go for a walk, do my reading journal and all that fun stuff. So that's the plan for today. Let's smash another book, and I'll be 2 books down on day 2, which would be incredible if I can achieve that, and I'll keep you posted. I'm on my floor. I've got dry shampoo in my hair, so don't mind I look a little bit like Cruella de Vil. I'm just really method acting this readathon. But I'm sat on my floor because I'm about to sort out my unhaul pile. So remember that massive unhaul I did? The books have just been sat here waiting for me to go through them. So while I'm listening to my audiobook, which I'm about to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the books into 3 piles. Ones that I think will sell well on Vinted and be popular enough for other people to buy. The second pile, anything that I don't think is worthy of Vinted or will sell very well, maybe like unpopular titles, books aren't really heard of. I'm going to hopefully send to Ziffit, which is like a book selling company, and they come pick up the books once you've put them in like a cardboard box, and you get like 50p per book. It's not like amazing, but it just is an easy way to get rid of books. And then the other pile I'm going to do is anything that Ziffit doesn't want, because sometimes they just don't want titles. I have a free little library next to the primary school about 10 minutes away from me, so I'm going to give the rest of the books that Ziffit doesn't want, that I don't think are going to sell well on Vinted, to that little like free library that you can kind of like trade in and out of books. I'll show you, maybe when I go for a walk today I'll take my camera and show you, because the other day I walked past it and the Hex Curse, the second book to the X-Hex, the Kiss Curse, was in there, and I was like, I haven't even read the X-Hex, but I kind of want to get it because I was like, oh my god, a brand new title, because most of the time they're like James Patterson and Lee Child and just random books that no one ever cares about. So hopefully I can give some lease of life to that little free library, and if the Kiss Curse is still there, maybe pick it up in trade. But that's what I'm going to do now, listen to a bit of Icebreaker and sort out my unhaul pile. The grey is getting worse. Been listening to a tiny bit of Icebreaker. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit lost. Maybe I shouldn't have started straight into the audiobook, but it is what it is. The books I'm gonna sell on Vinted, you guys will get first looks because this vlog will be going up tomorrow. It ends with us by Colin Hoover's going up on Vinted. A signed edition of Nick and Charlie by Alex Osman will go big up on Vinted. Set on You by Amy Lee will be going up on Vinted. The No Show by Beth O'Leary will be going up on Vinted. All these books are very good condition, very good, like, looked after. I do look after my books. Barely any of them have broken spines. None of them are dogged. Pretty much all of them are in perfect condition. Love on a Brain by Ali Hazelwood. A hardback of The Island Home by Libby Page. And a hardback of In Case You Missed It by Paula Bell. So those are the books I'm going to be trying to shift on Vinted. If you're interested, I'll leave the Vinted link to my profile down below. I don't know what I'm going to price them at yet. I'm going to have a little bit of research and see what other people are pricing them at. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more productive than I did yesterday. It is 11:30, I'm 88 pages into Icebreaker, so not as far as I'd hope at 11:30, but I did smash reading yesterday, so if I take a slower pace today, that's fine. And plus, obviously, I am just listening to the audiobook, so throughout the day, I'll just be chipping away at it, which is fine. I'm about to head out for my walk now, but what's exciting is I've already sold 2 books, so that's really exciting. One was kind of reserved before I set up Vinted. Jo reached out to me and wanted Big Summer, so I saved that for her. So that's been labelled up and I'm about to send that off. And then as I was about to leave the house, someone brought the signed copy of Nick and Charlie by Alice Oseman. So that's all packaged up as well now. So I've got 2 parcels to send. So I'm going to head over into my town centre, check out that free library, chuck the remaining books in there, send off those parcels, listen to more of my audiobook, get some fresh air. I put the washing out. So I've had a very productive morning. So I may not have been as productive as yesterday in terms of reading, but I've definitely been productive just in terms of like general life admin and getting things off my to-do list that have been on there for a while, whilst also reading. So killing 2 birds with one stone. Gonna head out now, have a little bit of a walk. It is so windy outside, which is why my hair is up, because I just can't bother to faff with the wind in my hair. And yeah, I'll keep posting. Got back from my walk. Annoyingly, my headphones died on my way home, so I didn't listen to my audiobook for the entirety, but I definitely listened to it for a good while, and I'm hoping I'm now, when I check, over the 100-page mark. However, I did pick up, this was still there, so although I haven't read the first one, I don't own the first one, I thought it was too good of an opportunity to pass up, so I took it from the free library after having donated 3 books. So I now need to buy the first one. I've seen it floating around Vinted, so because I've sold some books off Vinted now, I might wait for that balance to come in and then treat myself to the first one via Vinted, but that's exciting. So my book buying ban has definitely fallen through now the last 2 days of this readathon, but that's absolutely fine. I'm counting this week as kind of like a break from it, because I'm reading so many books off my TBR this week that it doesn't really matter, it just basically counteracts it. That's girl math anyway. So yes, that's that. I'm now going to make some lunch because I'm very hungry, and then I'm just gonna try and read as much as possible, as per usual, every day this week. It is 3:30, so I thought I'd come in with an update because I feel like I haven't really spoken to you really at all today about the book that I'm actually reading. Obviously, I started Icebreaker and I'm now 250 pages into it, so I'm over the halfway mark, so I'm definitely think it's going to be doable tonight. I'm really hoping the sprints turn out the way I hope, because Mark's working late. I need to cook us both dinner. So I'm kind of praying and hoping that I can cook dinner before the 7 o'clock sprints, and then Mark will be home within that time to eat them in a sprint. I don't know how it's going to really work out, but I'm hoping it all works out. But anyway, the reason I turned on this camera, to give you an update on Icebreaker. I wasn't sure on it at the beginning. I wasn't really paying attention to the audiobook when I first started listening to it, when I was sorting out my unhaul of books. And then when I actually sat down to read, I was enjoying it a little bit more. It took me a while to get my head around all the character names, because there's a Ryan, there's a Robbie, there's an Aaron, there's Henry, there's so many male hockey players to get your head around, which isn't a bad thing. And it took me a while to get my head around that, but once I did, and I realised the only people that I really needed to pay attention to was Nate, my heart started to swoon. I love Nathan so much. I am like giggling and squealing during the scenes with Anastasia and Nate, and I don't know if it's going to be a 5-star because I feel like this book has no plot, but I love the relationship between Anastasia and Nate, and I feel like if you go into this book just knowing that there's a really, really good romance, then you're going to enjoy this book because there's a really, really good romance between Anastasia and Nate. There's trigger warnings of disordered eating, just as an FYI, in case that's a triggering topic for you. There is kind of like a subplot of disordered eating with Anastasia and her body being a ice skater, but Nathan takes such good care of her. My heart is swooning. And he is precious. He needs to be wrapped up in bubble wrap to be protected at all costs. And he is precious. And I'm just enjoying this book for what it is, which is a really good relationship. No, there's not much plot. Yes, the smut is great. It's not cringy. Even listening to the audiobook, it's not that cringy. And it's just a really, really enjoyable read. I think it might be a 4 to 4.5. Unless the ending really picks up and there's some plot involved in the ending, then maybe it might be a 5, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be like maybe a 4, 4.5. I definitely am enjoying it more than Legend, which means it would be a 4.5 because I gave Legendary a 4.5. So yes, thought I'd come in with an update on my actual reading. In very good so far, very much enjoying it, and hopefully I can finish the rest today. I have the audiobook, I'm reading it on 2.5 times speed. The audiobook says I have 2 hours and 8 minutes left, so it seems doable. I haven't touched Everything I Know About Love at all. I didn't even finish the pages that I was meant to read yesterday, which is putting me a little bit on edge, and I'm trying to think of a different book that has won an award that I could read instead, because I just don't think I'm in a non-fiction place. I might have to try and think of a different book that's won an award, or try and merge it with a different book. I don't know, we'll have to see about that one, because I'm not really in the mood to obviously read Everything I Know About Love. So I'm going to have a think about it. It's not urgent, but it's definitely going to be in the back of my mind on which book I can replace it with. A book that's won an award is one of the hardest prompts on that bingo board to complete. Hopefully I can fulfill it, but we'll see what happens with that one. I am currently sprinting for Tuesday's evening sprints. Lots of people are joining, which is great. Lots of people are smashing their bingo boards. I have personally smashed another bingo board prompt because I finished Icebreaker. Yeah. And without even putting it through Pile, why am I so orange? Without even putting it through Pile, it's a 5-star. It was, I can't really fault it. I thought it was like the perfect amount of like romance. There wasn't much plot, but what plot was there was a really good, well-balanced plot. There are some triggering topics such as disordered eating, abusive relationships, so just be wary of that before going in. But I love the writing, I love the characters so much, the romance, the smut scenes, and I just thought the ending was just like a nice, well-rounded ending, and I just really, really enjoyed my time reading it. So 5-star it is. It may not be the most perfectly written story, but I had a fun time reading it today, so it's getting a 5-star from me. Very much enjoyed it. That also completes another 2 prompts off my bingo board. My bingo board is looking well underway to getting completed now. It's now looking a bit like this, which is crazy. We're getting well under our way to completing it. And now for the rest of the evening, I am just gonna like slowly make my way through a little bit more of this, just to kind of like chip away at it and get some more of this read. I'm not loving this, which is why I haven't been inclined to pick it up, but I'm hoping it's just because I haven't really got my teeth into it yet. I'm only 27 pages into it. I didn't touch it at all after reading a little bit on the sprint yesterday. Haven't touched it at all today, so definitely need to get going on this one. So I'm just going to spend some time with Mark during this sprint, maybe read a little bit while he's playing this game and just chill out now that I've done like my main aim for the day, which was to finish this one. So another 400-page book read for this readathon. I read a 416-page book yesterday. I finished a 426-page book done today. I don't know where this steam is coming from, but I don't want it to end. So very, very happy with the fact that I finished another book. And yeah, I will sign off this vlog a little bit later because this will be the end of the first Magic HOPATHON vlog, but I'll keep posted. It's now Wednesday morning. I'm just here to wrap up part 1 of the Magic HOPATHON vlogs for day 1 and day 2. I really hope you've enjoyed partaking so far, and let me know in the comments down below how you're getting on with your bingo board. I'm very, very happy to say that I've completed a lot of my bingo board, as you would have saw yesterday. Completed 2 books and on my way to complete my 3rd today. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I haven't started reading yet. It's only 20 past 7. I'm about to start my next vlog in a minute once I've ended this one. But in this vlog, I managed to obviously read Legendary by Stephanie Garber, start Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, and finish Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. So doing so well so far. Really hoping this pace continues. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to see future content from me. I have another 2 Magic HOPATHON vlogs coming your way, as well as all the usual fun bookish content that I usually do on this channel, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any. Comment down below how you're getting on with the Magic HOPATHON, and I can't wait to find out. And thank you once again for the Brew tea subscription service for gifting me one of their subscription box, and be sure to check out the discount code and the link down below to get 15% off your first box, and currently on the website your first box for £4 as well in their autumn sale. So definitely make sure you go check out their information down below to grab yourself some really good loose leaf tea. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.